Hello, Education 380, Education 500. Hope you're having a great week. Sorry, I was just making sure that I was recording, and I am. So if I looked a little distracted there, but hope everyone had a great spring break. Also, a few things before I get started. I will try to keep this right to the point in terms of what we're covering this week. Everything should be updated and graded in the grade book as far as assignments go. I think I got everything caught up. You probably got a lot of like notifications of grades probably on Monday or Tuesday. I was a little bit behind. I think I got caught up though. If you happen to have emailed me something because I couldn't have read it or couldn't have opened it, don't freak out if I haven't put the grade up. I think I got all of those, but if I did not get yours or did not grade something or update your grade, just fire me an email. I probably overlooked it. I won't even make any excuses. I thought I went through and got everything, no, but not perfect. So just fire me a nice email and I'll take care of it for you. With that being said, we're kind of getting into the home stretch a little bit with a lot of the stuff in the class. So this week, we're going to use another one of these texts. Feel like I say this a lot. This was a super popular tech during the pandemic. If anyone was in high school or just, I think even on Shepherd, a lot of professors were using it. I haven't heard as much about it recently, I guess because everything's kind of gone back to normal, but it's Flipgrid, or as it is known now, Flip. I need to actually update that because they've kind of shortened the name up a little bit. But just in case you wanted to know a little bit about Flipgrid, I will throw some stuff down here. But there's some information here on things that you can do and use Flipgrid for. I think I have the 40 reasons. Yeah, just different things. You can check that out. But Flipgrid is basically, if you don't know, Flipgrid is basically it's like a short video assignment thing where you can record something for upwards of 10 minutes. And most of the time, it's about a minute and 30 seconds. And you just kind of do reactions back. You ask your students to record something. So I might give you a prompt like, do you think Flipgrid is a great tool? You would do a video back to me and say, no, I don't like Flipgrid, or I like Flip because blah, 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 blah. Or you could ask, if I was in social studies, I might ask something like, do you think Lincoln was a great president? And students might reply back. You can also do writing prompts just like that and things like that and have students reply back. I will admit, I used it a lot when I taught Ed 200 a couple of years ago during the height of the pandemic. I used Flipgrid a lot just so we could get some face-to-face time and people could respond to each other since we weren't in a class setting. I liked it. I will tell you though, I've been fiddling with Flip a little bit the last couple of days because it's changed its setup a little bit. One thing I need to do, and I will make sure I do this before I post this week's video up, I like to put the backup videos up just in case I'm a little too quick or you need to go back and look at something. I'm going to put a different Flipgrid video up on YouTube. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long, just in case it has a little more of the bells and whistles, because the whole layout's kind of changed much, much for the better, I think. It's a little more user-friendly. I think you could tell it was, I don't want to say a dated tech, but I thought it was a little weird you had to go to different places to get everything set up properly. I think it kind of has a Google Classroom appearance to it now, which I think is actually for the positive. So with that being said, let's check it out. All right, you're just going to go, I will just do this the long way. If you want, you can actually just literally type in Flipgrid and it'll pop up. As you can see, it's called Flip now, but it comes up. And pretty much like with all of these, you can go ahead and hit login. And you can just use your Google. And before I hit this Google, I want to just say, because it just popped in my head, because I did so many Wakelets and Kahoots and things like that, these were all awesome. So the Wakelets were great, by the way. I enjoyed those, seeing all this stuff that people were putting in. But I digress. Just like Wakelet, you can just log in with Google. Just click that. I should already be logged in. Yep, there we go. And I was fiddling with this, as you can see, with the test. But what you do, you'll come to this page. What I want you to do, well, let me just show you a little bit and then I'll show you what I want you to do. Make sure your camera works. You can check all that. I had to update my camera a little earlier, but it should give you a little test. But as you can see, we can create groups. We're going to create one right now. Let's create a group. I'm just going to create a classroom. It's going to be university. And as you can see, you can pick all these backgrounds. You can load some up. I'm going to do, I don't know, what's on people? Textures. I always go for nature usually, and I like the hills, so we'll do the hills. And we'll do our name, we'll just do 8,500 text space. As you can see, boom, it is there. Now, if you go down here, it'll say create. Our space is there. This is a big one. You can actually just copy this and send me this link. That should be allow me to get into the class. So you can copy that. There's also another way, just like how some of you use the code right there for Google Classroom, you can also send me that and I can join. Either one works. Sometimes the codes work great because I can just type them in, or you can send me both, whatever works. But that's kind of how you're going to share it. Now, what are you going to do? Well, let's jump back and let's look at the description. I might even be a little lenient on how I do this, but you're going to create an account. You're going to do Flipgrid. You're going to create your space, which I just showed you how to do. You must record something in it. And as you can see, it's a little dated because it says Sakai, but I just want you to record a few things in the space. I'm not going to be too picky about what it is. I just want to make sure you can use the tech. So I think a nice safe one will be, you can do any of these. You can make your own. So you can see there, I'm the member. You can do a weekly check-in, general, introductions. So what you can do, if you click that, it should click up. I'm filming myself filming basically, and it might not let me open the camera because I'm on for Zoom. It's not. But what you'll do is you should have a little red thing here, and you click that and it'll start recording. That's all you need to do. I would show you directly. The problem is I'm not set up in my office to do the dual camera thing. So you're getting me on Zoom. You just click that there and you record something. It can be just a weekly overview, like good morning class. This week we're going to cover the Civil War and the causes of the Civil War and the election of 1860 and how that was maybe the most important election in history. Something like that. You can also jazz it up. And if you want to look at it, the video that I'm going to post for YouTube is only about 3 or 4 minutes long. But you can add all this stuff on here. You can do colors, you can do background, you can do font, you can add GIFs, you can do stickers, you can add all of this stuff to your video if you want. As you can see, you can do create, you can just do audio. That I could do. So let me just show you how to record. Instead of the red button, I'm going to hit this. It does a countdown. Hey class, today we're going to talk about the election of 1860. We're going to talk about the election of 1860. That's great. Let me stop that. And as you can see, I messed that up and it stopped the pause. I'm going to retake it. Delete this clip. Yep. They trashed it. It's gone. So let me do it again. Gives me the account, getting ready. Hello, class. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about the election of 1860 and why it is maybe the most important election in United States history. This brings Lincoln to the forefront, and we're going to look at why it was so surprising that Lincoln won. He didn't even get 50% of the vote, and also how this might have been the nail in the coffin, so to speak, as far as the United States not splitting up. Okay, let's say I'm okay with that. Maybe I want to add a little bit to this. We'll do a little color. Let's see. You can do that. I don't know if this all works for that. Oh, there you go. There's some space. So you can see. And my recording I'm happy with, so I'm going to hit next. Hello, class. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about the election of 1860 and why it is maybe the most important election in the United States. As you can see, you can trim it. That's kind of some of you did that with that puzzle. And we're going to look at why it was so surprising that Lincoln won. He didn't even get that. We'll do election 1860. And we're going to post it. And let's see what happens. You can share the video, create the link if you want. Go to topic. Let's go back. There's the topic right there. And as you can see, I can respond to it now. So if I was a student or if you all wanted to respond to this, you can. And let's go back. And as you can see, weekly check-in, I click there, it's there. I really just want you to record one. If you want to do a bunch, you can. You can do the weekly check-in, you can do the general, you can do introductions. If you really wanted to do something different, you can just go ahead and talk about whatever. There's your recording times. I usually tell people, I used to make everyone do 2 to 3 minutes. I'm fine with the minute and 30. Honestly, I'm fine if you just do 30 seconds. I just want to make sure that you can use the tech. You can do whatever you want. That's Flipgrid. You're going to add it. And again, you do need to share this with me after you create everything. So go do your join code, or you can do the share right here and do the link. But just as long as I see something in there, and as you can see, that's showing that a video. If you really want to go all world, you can do one for each. That's fine. But as long as I can see that you can do one, that's fine. And again, when you do that, you can just have your students start recording stuff so you can see. I don't think I can record. Again, I think I have to do it verbal with the mic. Let's see. It's not even a lid. Oh, nope, there it went. Say see audio. Let's do another one real quick. I think the election of 1860 is the most important election of all time because it brought Lincoln to the forefront. Stop. We'll just do all that. Response. I don't know if I'm responding to my own post, so it's going to look a little weird, but that's okay. So you can see, boom, it's in there. So that's kind of what you need to do. That's Flip, or as it used to be called, Flipgrid. That's really our tech this week. And as I say, I know that on there talks about making something within the group. As long as you do one of those 3 things, I'm fine with it. And like I say, you don't have to do the whole minute and 30 seconds. If you just want to do like a 10 to 15 second type thing, that is fine. You can actually, and the video will get into it, you can do written things and such. I don't think right now we're going to do all that because honestly, you can see, and you can see you can do print code. Let me see one thing for you though, real quick. I do want to do one small thing to see if I can do it. That's all right. I'm not going to overthink it too much here. Oh, you can edit the topics too. I was going to say you can load stuff up and all, but I don't want to. I just want to keep it straight to the videos right now. So, there you go. That's it. That's Flip. I'm going to get out of here. And let's go back and look at our stuff. So you can see there's some stuff there for Flipgrid if you want to check it out. Also, we're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty, so to speak, with discussions and blogs. You're just going to tell us what you think of Flipgrid, if you think there's any merit to it or not. Discussion, again, just talks about remote learning and what your thoughts on it are. Still a hot button topic. I mean, we've kind of went to West Virginia. I know we have the virtual academy or the virtual school now. So it's definitely something that's here to stay. Not quite onto the level that it was a year or 2 ago. But again, that should do it. I did want to give shout outs. I kind of did it briefly. When I was grading, Kahoots were great. The Wakelets and the Padlets, though, I really enjoyed looking at them. I actually learned a lot looking at what everyone was putting in there, especially in your content areas and such. Also, it's kind of funny because I can tell what everyone's teaching out in the field because some of you have like a theme that's going, which is great. I think that's awesome. But that should do it. This will all be open hopefully on Saturday or Sunday for you to kind of knock it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to stop by. I do want to add one little thing, and I'll put this on the note that goes out too for the week. I'm actually at a conference Wednesday through Friday, so I will not be here on campus those days. So if you need me, just swing by, email me. Don't swing by because I won't be here. Just fire me an email. We can set up a time or we can take care of whatever by email. I do have access. I'm just in DC, so it's not like I'm going anywhere that doesn't have the internet, hopefully. So with that being said, I hope everyone has had a great break, got a little bit of rest. And if you have any questions or need help with Flip, just let me know. Talk to you later.